Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. Tonight we're going to be doing some Torghast, but first I gotta go turn in this legendary memory. Because unfortunately they just don't turn themselves in. Or you can't turn them in from wherever you want. You gotta turn them in from the card, which is kind of annoying, but whatever. It is what it is. So, I think they opened up some new wings this week. Last week we had the Upper Reaches and Soul Forge. So I'm not sure which. I guess the Twisting Corridors still aren't open, but we've got Remnants of Hope or Fractured Chambers and Mort'Regar. Last week I was able to get up to layer 3, or complete layer 3 on both of those. So we'll see how far we can get into these ones. So we'll start with this one. Huh. Sorry about that. I mean, I did layer 3 on both of them and then last week, so I could probably do layer 3 again and save just some time and effort. We shall climb layer 3. The good thing about doing layer 1 and layer 2 last week was I was able to get accustomed to how Torghast works before getting into the actual difficult parts. Because layer 3, I managed it, but it was still fairly difficult. Or at least
even a harvester of pride does not deserve to live.
Without the right powers, like, it can be pretty hard in here. Let's see, Winds of the Enclaver, arcane damage, all strikes, and pet size by 1 damage, break 20%. Nah, we'll go with this one. We'll see how far I can get without my pet. I know in layer 3 last week I was pulling my pet out, or had my pet out the entire time. We'll see how this goes, and we'll decide if we need a pet later. Of course, one of the other keys to this place is you basically got to go find everything. If you can find everything and get like tons of powers, it becomes a lot easier. If you just like go rush through each floor as quickly as possible, you're not going to have many powers, and you can probably get your butt kicked by the boss at the end. But no, you're not allowed to do that. Oh, and this guy hits hard. This guy will climbed right out of the floor and started kicking my ass. While not in combat, a Mosshorn shape with 10% increased health periodically hunts you down. Well, that's not very nice. I think I prefer the Soul Forge, which is just a percent of fire damage every 5 seconds. These tower sentinels. On layer 3, you start getting these tower sentinels that'll spawn in. The longer they're alive and as you're close to them, or within a certain range of them, this buff starts getting worse and worse, and so you gotta kind of try to find and kill them quickly or move on to the next floor. Which, like I said, the best option is to get as many powers as possible, like exploring everything. Kill shot damage versus soul shape movement speed. There is one soul shape power that allows or makes you immune to physical damage for like, or while you're in soul shape form. But that's the only one that as far as soul shape, I find actually. There's a lot of enemies that'll just wail on you, and if you're low on health and you need to buy yourself a few seconds, being immune to physical damage is going to help. And then these guys, like, there's not always one on every floor, or there's not one on every floor, but when you do find them, finding whatever item they want you to find, it's really helpful, because then they give you an anima power if you help them find it. And the game wise. In the mall, when you talk to Venari, you can buy a power from her for Stygia that says the game, or it ignores the first death you have in Torghast, and by default you have 4 lives here. But apparently, that's not what that actually means. It means you just get an extra life. Well, I mean, technically, that's what it means, but that's not the way it's displayed. Not that I'm complaining. An extra life is an extra life. Although, out of all the runs that I did last week, I only died once.
Thank you for your assistance. I will leave you to whatever it is you are doing.
I probably should have killed golden gems. Well, maybe they'll give me a gem that I need for to level up my engineering. Maybe, maybe not. We'll see. Darn. The layer 3 run I had in Soul Forge, I got this power called Frost One or something like that. And it would basically, every time you hit a new target, the first time you would hit them, it would instantly do half their health and damage, and basically could just delete 4 bosses in like 2 seconds just because of how much damage you could do, and plus that power. Those suckers are strong. Exhilaration cooldown, cloud of obscuring mists, and target of your misdirection takes 90% reduced damage while misdirection is active. I'm going to take this one because when I get to the boss, having portions where my pet's just not taking much in the way of damage at all, it's probably going to be more helpful than, more likely to be more helpful than, what is it, what's the word, than the exhilaration cooldown. Leave the poor mall rat alone.
Even a harvester of pride.
Really?
does not deserve to
First time I've gotten
languish
two
here.
in a row.
Save the Venthia from this fate.
Well, maybe if he wasn't the jerk, he wouldn't have been down here. Door's locked. Good lord. The amount of damage that they can do. And you gotta kill those suckers quick, because my pet could tank the elite for a while, but friggin' he's just eating my pet. Yeah, now that I think about it, I think I did actually skip a portion of the last 4, but it's too late now. Can't go back. Didn't I just... Oh wait, no, it's a different bit. I was about to say, like, didn't I just get the same Venthyr in the last 4? Would have raised some questions like, dude, how do you get recaptured so quickly?
Go.
Thank you, Mallwalker. Now, let us go find Varric. He cannot be any better off than I was.
Well, I mean... Oh, you guys keep on getting captured. I don't even know how. It's not like the Jailers' forces are even that strong. Sure, they got the numbers, but they're not that strong. I should probably do that more often, but it's not that big a deal right now. I'll have to remember the next time that one of those things spawn right next to me and start eating the pet, my cat. Where? Such a whack of jars. There's the jars. No, come back here. Come back here. I'm running off to attack something for no real reason. I should... Thinking about it, getting the exhilaration. What's the talent naming? Natural mending might not necessarily be a bad idea, because, or at least for Torghast, because then it's being able to heal yourself more often. But it's not like it's that big a deal. Hey, wait, what? You guys gotta stop spawning on me just because I'm 2 seconds away from starting to fight something. Yeah, that made it way more manageable in terms of taking damage. elite guy right here. The longer you fight him, the stronger he gets. I think it's the same with all the elites in the tower. Or once you get to level 3, then the elites start spawning. All of them start getting stronger the longer you fight them. Too bad you can't misdirect yourself, because then that would be able to mitigate a lot of damage. This time, we'll go with the acceleration. The acceleration cooldown. The lower that is, the more often we can heal, the easier it is to kill things. You get 6 of those in one run, you have an instant. Literal instant heal, or instant cooldown on that heal. Be able to heal 120% in like 4 seconds.
With all his limbs.
Son, about time.
Thank you for your assistance. We should probably use a little more caution in the future.
Yeah, you probably should. Probably a good idea, Son. What did you give me? More damage. Yeah, probably should have chosen the Phantasmagoria for that time around. See what we can get in the shop in the next floor, but whatever. Too late now. I don't remember killing the sentinel. I know in Soul Forges and Upper Reaches, the oppressive aura was just on the tower sentinel. I know I didn't kill one this floor, so I'm not sure why it keeps on going in and out. If I misdirected to my cat, I probably wouldn't take any damage. Oh, I love this power right here. It makes fighting certain things a lot easier because then you get 5 seconds, especially on melee. It gets you 5 seconds of not having to worry about being hit by it. No, we didn't skip anything this time around. Huh. Oh well. I don't think those things spawn on floor 3. Because the damage from Soulforge Embers didn't happen on floor 3 either. We'll go with the every time you destroy a pot, the damage increase or damage of your steady shot increases by 20%. For the next steady shot. Speaking of that, someone posted a picture on the forums today of them using it and got freaking got like a 131k crit on a week here in Torghast with their steady shot. Ridiculous. Okay, what do we got? What do we got? What do we got?
Everything is negotiable.
Let's see. Let's go with see if I bought the 300 Phantasmagoria right now, we could just get most of it and be on our way. But too late now. Let's go with the Euphoria emblem, and we'll just get a random enema cell.
Good show.
And what do we get? We get Mastery by 3 or the Soul Shape. We'll go with Mastery by 3. Okay. And then we still get the free floor clearing anima power. 3 immune to all damage and harmful effects for 1.5 minutes after choosing this item. I mean, if this was 4-6 going up against the boss, I would take that one, but because it's not, we'll go with this one and see what else we can get from
For
there.
you, I offer only the finest.
Bubble on endurance, an extra 15% HP is never a bad thing. And then let's grab the we'll get the Protective Phantasmagoria. And then we'll be on our way. Okay.
You are hunted.
Shut up.
Be wary.
As far as I can tell, he says that every time there's a rare nearby. Oh, there is a rare that right there, but you know. I'm not sure how to open its cage. Oh, that would make some puzzle. Okay, so. Let's see if we can go figure out this puzzle. Okay, so let's... I see. Okay. that's just gonna be annoying. Sitting here trying to work out this puzzle, and he's just gonna spawn over and over again. Although I think I get this puzzle now. It's not necessarily to get all the boxes in place, like a normal sliding puzzle like that, to get to go from here to here. So that'll make it difficult, but not impossible. You just gotta find the correct pieces and get them slid into the right places. Okay. Why can't I? Okay. Again? Really? Leave me alone, man. At least drop some like anima or something, or anima powers. Gotta figure out how to solve that puzzle, because I could spend hours there trying to figure it out how to do it. Yay, it's dead. Primary stat increased by 15%. Oof, that's great. When enemy damages you, they suffer X amount of, and if they deal at least 5 of your health damage, they are knocked back. And let's go with this one. And 15% increased damage and health regen is just going to be... It's going to make this run so much easier. And I don't think you could do anything to make the run easier than just 15% increased damage and passive health regen that high. And that's gonna be perfect right there. Now my pet's gonna be with a misdirect on it. It's gonna do 20% more damage and take 90% reduced damage. Increase critical damage and healing by 18%. Shake. Getting some good powers this run. When we get to that, there's a key up there, and the key usually unlocks like a chest. Like there's like 3 keys on the floor, and they unlock a special chest that's on the floor. But you gotta get to them, or get all 3 of them. Just wasted like half my shield. Should have been paying attention. But oh well. Too late now. Aim shot damage. Yes. Yes, indeed. I don't think any of the ones I've got, I didn't find at least one aim shot damage increase. It's pretty useful because then it makes the leading thing just that much easier. That thing should be spawning here soon. Yeah, somewhere. Not sure where it spawned, but I thought it did. There's one more key in here. You can tell how many keys are on the level based on how many chains there are on the chest once you find it. And there's the key right there. The only thing that would make this better, wasted most of the shield there, is if I got like another of the protective phantasm powers, and then the amount of shield I would get per phantasm would double. Enemies affected by traps deal 25 less damage. Targets that die while affected by your wild spirits cause an eruption. Usually only use this for like elites and things like it. Usually things don't die while I'm using wild spirits because it's usually that I use at the beginning of its health, or it's like a floor boss or something. So usually it's things don't die to it when I use it. I could use it more often, but I don't really particularly care for using it outside of boss fights and things. Because I don't like sitting waiting for cooldowns to come up when I'm standing in front of a boss. Spirits, movement speed, while close to a wall. Heal whenever you attack something new. Okay. There we go. Okay, huh. I would not be surprised if this lever opens this door and this lever opens this door. That's how I would design it.
You are hunted. Be wary.
Oh, shut up, Rune Carver. I've been hunted since I walked into this tower. It's nothing new. Okay, so now that the room's clear, or thought it was. Oh well. You just shoot. Stronger pet. Yay, hooray. Well, this one's got jars behind it, so we'll open up and see what this lever does first. Oh, I guess I was wrong. Oh well. We got the jars. And then we'll go kill this Lord of Torment over here. Seriously, man. Don't you have a hobby? Fortunately, he doesn't spawn during combat, because that would be really annoying. Sad thing is, like, these elites don't really seem to have a much higher drop rate of anima cells than the rest of the tower. Which is kind of disappointing, because there's so few of them per floor, and they get pretty hard to beat sometimes. Why are you attacking me? I didn't tell you to attack me. What the? Well, that's not fair. But that's fair. I think that's totally fair now. Stop shooting me. That could have gone a lot worse. Could have gone a lot better, but it could have gone a lot worse. Here's the rare. Here's an Award of Torment. Three levers. I've never really understood how these particular chests work. But somehow I managed to get them open. True shot duration by 20%. Feign death cooldown reduced by 15%. And most. I've never really been affected by a negative status effect in Torghast for some reason. So, I mean, if it happened, more often, or often enough that I would notice, I would definitely take that. But I don't see debuffs often enough in Torghast for me to even really care. They do that wave of suffering thing, and hits both you and your pet, and does like increasing damage every time it hits you, which is kind of annoying. No, this guy better drop a mount. Like, if he doesn't drop a mount, I'm gonna be annoyed. You don't have a horse rare in the middle of a place like this and it not drop a mount, or at least have a chance to drop a mount. You know what I'm saying? And it didn't drop a mount. Of course not. That would make too much sense. I'll lure on spikes. Heal your 2% of your max health every 1 second while running. Well, since I'm always running, this made kiting easier. Like, if I need my pet dies and I need to kite, then being able to run and heal myself just by running be pretty useful. Die, Death Speaker. Your little mall rat allies don't bother me. Okay. Ghost. Or soul, whatever you want to call it. There's the Tower Sentinel, and there's just an empty room. Well, since we're already up to 20% reduced movement speed and haste, may as well kill this stupid thing while we have the chance. Oh, that was a tick. Spawn right as I'm going to pull it. They get this unnatural power debuff or buff. The longer the fight goes on, the higher it gets, and they get some. Even the boss gets it. They get pretty high, pretty nasty stats. Or not? Yeah, the final boss of the layer, not the boss of each floor. Because each floor boss is just a powerful, normal boss. Each floor, the layer bosses are all elites. Shot damage. I'm not sure what wild mark is, but you know, whatever. It's not a huge deal. got, takes another acceleration cooldown. Gets it down to a minute. Doing pretty good on these powers. Floor 6. The final floor. The boss. And that thing's still going to be able to spawn. Well, it shouldn't spawn on 4-6 or 4-3. I know it didn't spawn on 4-3, but it shouldn't spawn on 4-6 either. Because, you want to just get to the broker up here, talk to the broker, figure out what the broker's got, and figure out what you have to fight the boss with. And I don't think I've fought this boss. Well, no, I've definitely not fought this boss before, but whatever.
May I tempt you
We'll
with
see
my
how this
wares?
goes. Sell the junk. Amplify mirror. Crit by 3%. Mall rats explode. Sticky tar. Well, let's just go with get both of those, and we'll get the amplifying mirror and the Obolon spikes. And then
our next transaction.
okay. I mean, they're both kind of useless at this point, but, whatever. And both of these are useless, so... okay, then. Ready, set, go. Right, no, I fought this boss before. He turned invulnerable after a few seconds. But he's purely melee, so that makes the power that I got where I can run to heal myself supremely useful. I always forget that I can't get to do a bloodlust or heroism, whatever you want to call it. I call it bloodlust because it's just a more common term to me, because in Warcraft 3, the shamans were the ones that had it, and it's called bloodlust. Because Warcraft, or the shamans were horde units, and only they had bloodlust. Kill it from this point. Yay, it died. Oh no, wait, it didn't die. There, now it died. $305 soul ash, and that gives me almost enough to turn in this quest. And this gives me the latent poison. That's the freaking survival legendary. So I'm not sure what. Didn't I revive? Oh, I guess not. Oh well. Revive them. That only took what? About 50 minutes. 50 minutes for one floor, or for one layer. Although, granted, it was the layer 3 of the one floor, so let's go Mort'Regar. Go break down the doors in here and wreck some face. Someone left their auto hammer. Well, thank you to whoever left their auto hammer. Layer 3. Okay. What do we get to start off with? We get Soul Forge Embers to start off with. That gives us another AoE, even though it is a... Oh, where's my cat? Enemies on the floor inflict 3% more magical damage. Okay. Well, that could pose a problem because there's usually a lot of casters, or half of them are like Torghast or casters and half of them are melee, so that could present an interesting challenge. But we'll deal with it. We'll get through it. Enemy, yeah, okay, so those things just leave pools where they die. Good to know. Coil of rope. Not sure exactly what I need it for, but... Okay. Makes sense. Where are we going next? There's a lot of enemies on that floor and on that one particularly. Jump over to this one first. Get this little soul. Good thing you can recast this direction there. No way you're getting on that platform without drawing close to half the platform's attention. Sure if an extra thing spawned there or something just decided it was going to respawn from inside the black goop. I get it. It's not that it respawned, it's that it decided it was going to hide. That's just kind of annoying, really, but you know, whatever. You deal with it. Go up to this thing first. Another chest. And then the animal power. Okay, so the concussive shot. Yeah, I'm not sure how this thing works at all, like, at all. But somehow you magic your way through it. Attacks have a chance to fire lightning bolts, and melee attacks reflect holy damage. This is usually good right here, because the two in the middle generally aren't paying attention to what's going on. Allowing you to kind of clear out anything around them before you engage them. Okay, so that's what the wild mark is. That's what I thought it was, but you know, never actually taken the time to check. Okay, and then you got this guy that's I'm just going to disappear randomly and make it really hard to kill. I mean, I want to say he's going to spawn right here because that's where the bubbles are. But apparently you can't trap him or spot him when he's vanished if that's where the bubbles are. Or if that's where he's going to spawn because of the bubbles. Yep, that's where he spawned, but can't. Real. And once more for verification. So just pay attention to where the bubbles right there spawn, and you'll have no trouble finding them. Not, do those? I guess no. I guess they do disappear after a while, but it takes a while. This floor is really... Not a fan of this particular floor. It was okay, like, at first, but, like, just the sheer number of platforms to jump to and from is just like, come on. Then there's just this one lone guy here in the middle. Or on this platform. Gotcha. But then you immediately cast it again anyway. Whatever. Where's the bubbles? Find the bubbles. There's the bubbles. Okay, so there's a power over there to get as soon as he respawns and kill him. And then he's just like, you know what, screw your frost trap. I'm gonna jump over to you anyway. Aim shot damage. Okay, and I don't think there's any other place to go right here. Nope. Closest grab thing, or hook, grappling hook. And these guys are just literally waiting right on the edge for you. I mean, if I was waiting right on the edge just for someone to jump over, I'd push them right off the edge as soon as they start jumping. Have a nice fall, but you know, apparently these guys aren't that smart. Unfortunately, these guys. And we're still not even done with this floor? Jesus. So many things on this floor. Well, at least the floor is almost done. Good lord. Feels like I spent as long as on this one floor as I did in the entire layer of the other one.
I don't have a target.
Stop teleporting around.
Need a target. Don't have a target.
They came back to life. What the hell? That's some BS, man. You can't just come back to life whenever you feel like it. Die. I don't like it. You guys can't just come back to life whenever you feel like it. Oh, I need to get off this floor. This is gonna give me an aneurysm. Wouldn't be so bad if they dropped more loot, but you know, that would be too easy. Steady focus talent. We'll just go with this one right now for lack of a better option. I believe that's gonna, yep, that's gonna give us the using steady shot twice removed gives us more haste, and we already got the Chimera talent. Okay, hopefully this floor is not as annoying as the last floor, because damn. Oh no, looks like it's just gonna be just as annoying. At least almost as annoying. And the kind of mobs that we get. Same mobs, so just as annoying. Fantastic. Oh well. I guess we got portals to go through instead of hook shot or grappling hooking from one platform to the next one. So now we got portals to deal with. He's just gonna spawn the little pools on the floor. That's just wrong. Come here, dum-dum. We need you to move. Just wrong that he can freaking spawn the portals on the or the tools on the floor. I mean, I could disengage over there. Probably. Or I'll fall to my death, you know, either or. Made it. Rather than trying to find the correct portal to get all the way over to this thing. The cooldown is better than the maw rats exploding because there's not generally enough maw rats in one area to do a significant portion of damage. Okay, well that just gets me all the way to the end, which is not bad, but it's not necessarily good. I said earlier, you want to get all the powers that you can, and the easiest way to get all the powers that you can is to not skip things. And my pet disappeared. Why has my pet disappeared? No one told you to disappear. Be safer to do it from up on the rocks. Ready, aim, fire. As long as we don't get to the portal. Well, this one's one of those elite things. No matter, it's gonna die just the same. Hit this portal. This is going to take us all the way over here. Interesting. Okay then. Gotta figure out how to get up out all the way back then. All these floors are basically just to get from platform to platform to platform. It's gonna take forever. Oh, come on. The whole vanishing from sight thing is just really annoying. Okay. Now where does this portal go? It goes over here. Over here. Here, don't stand in the puddles. Portal and then cool, we already killed everything on this platform. It was never there. Drop in trap increases you and your pet's damage by 25% for 10 seconds. When your pet is within 10 Well, I'm marksman, so increasing my damage is going to be more than, or better than increasing, or by 25% better than increasing my pet's damage by 100%. Okay, and then this portal goes over here. And I think this goes back to the end. Do I want to find out where this portal goes? Probably over here somewhere. Oh no, this goes all the way back to the beginning. Which is fine, considering that I've got to get this little soul here. Okay, so through this portal, and I think this portal should go, yeah, to this little corner piece, and we'll kill this guy. Oh, the freaking devil dudes that just respawn and respawn and respawn. Quickly, and then we'll run away, and then we won't have to deal with it no more. Oh, they just don't drop loot at all. Okay. Disengage my 4-second star trap radius by 100%. Okay. Too bad we don't have the rope to see what's up there. Get out of the black stuff. And then I think we should be just about to the end portal again. Good lord, this floor. Aren't these floors just in general for this particular section. This is by far going to be my least favorite section to have to do. Like, I will be glad once I have all my legendaries and don't have to do this particular floor anymore. Disengage reduces all damage you take by 50%. So, yeah. Reducing the amount of damage I take is going to be a good thing. Then probably should get the cooldown reduction for this. If I can get 3 of the cooldown reductions for disengage, that'll allow me to just keep the 50% damage reduction up at all times. More portals! Hooray! Hooray, hooray, hooray. They just really know how to suck the life out of a lair. Oh, there's... Okay, well... Oh, they just kept on spawning, or I just couldn't see them, or they wouldn't all load for some reason. By the way, more is more. More hooks. And I didn't even see... Oh, there's the coiled rope. Any more bots around this corner right here? No. I don't see any, no. Okay, so I got the rope. There's the hook to throw it at. So there's got to be... There's a hook right here. There's got to be something down here, right? Oh. That appears to be the extent of everything in this particular area. Unless there's something up there that I didn't see before. Don't see anything else, so... Other than this glow right here, but... That appears to just be some random glow. Into the portal. At least they didn't try to make me go through like 5 different random ones.
Services for sale.
Okay, so what do we got here? Cooldown of cheetah. Okay, so we'll take this and we'll take this one.
Your patronage is always appreciated.
That could be useful on the boss, just magically delete them. May as well do more damage while trying to magically delete them.
Even a harvester of pride does not deserve to languish here. Save the Venthir from this fate.
I mean, 3 Venthir and 1 Umi, I mean, they could have at least changed it up. There's more than one governor, you know. realize it was in sight. So, bubbles, bubbles, bubbles. I don't see any bubbles.
I don't have a target.
Well, at least the pet will, or my cat will kill the rat. Exactly what cats are supposed to do. We'll get this one. And the princess is awake, so let me pause for a moment, see what the princess needs. And I am back. And it's a good thing I didn't, because those things are a lot closer than I would really prefer them to be when I'm AFK.
It's too far away.
Like, those weren't that close when I went AFK in the first place, so them being that close when I come back is kind of concerning. those are all dead, we can get Mr. Venthyr over here, and this is the same one from the last section. Renavith. Same guy that I had in the last section.
Thank you, more Walker. I am looking for my medallion.
He keeps
It
on
is
losing
somewhere
his
close by.
Same guy.
I can sense it.
He keeps on getting caught and losing his medallion and expecting me to find it for him. Lazy bugger. Stop getting caught and stop losing your medallion. You know? Why should I have to find it for you all the time? Well, that explains why I was getting out of sight message. We'll just go into both of these guys way back here. And then we'll deal with them accordingly. By moving away from them so they stop spawning every 5 seconds.
I'm out of range. I need a target. I don't have a target. I need to get closer.
And the BS of that. Oh well. Get a lot of them killed. Okay, well, the devil doesn't drop loot, so there's really no point to killing him. Back this way.
Have a target.
And we're just going to leave him frozen like that. What's his cooldown on the trap? We got a couple seconds. Hello. I forgot about you for a second there. Where's my plate head? There we go. And then wake up. Okay, so let's go up the chain and kill this rare guy up here. The rares.
You are hunted.
Yes, I get it.
Be wary.
The rares usually have a fairly decent anima powers to dish out.
Target.
Really should make more use of a tranquilizing shot. But then I really don't get a whole lot of opportunity to use it. You take 30% less physical damage and suffer 15% more. That's terrible. I'm already got the point of taking more magical damage than it is. I don't need more magical damage. So we're just gonna, there we go, quickly get over it. There's not really any other way, and okay, so he's still way over there. He shouldn't aggro at any point in time at this point. Mob types, I swear. Not a fan. This whole battle between the Valajar and these shade things. Don't know what's up with it, but you know, whatever. Don't care. You just all need to die. Okay then. Almost done with this floor. I hope. Oh, and there's the portal, so yeah, we're almost done there. And then who knows what torturous hell the next floor is going to require. Kill this idiot before I let the Venthyr go. You're just gonna stand there and watch. You're not even gonna do it. Useless freaking guy. Oh, now you decide you're going to attack. Useless. Get the cooldown reduction again. Gets us down to like a minute 28 now, I think.
That is it. Thank you for your assistance. I will leave you to whatever it is you are doing in this cursed place.
Let's get more phantasms this time. We already got 2 bags of gems we haven't opened yet. Who knows what on the final floor, what kind of powers we're going to get. Okay, and...
You are hunted.
Yes, I get it, thank
Be
you.
wary.
Hopefully no more... You have a target.
I don't have a target.
Bubbles. Would you kindly not stand in the puddles? The bubbles. There's the bubbles. This guy needs to stop vanishing from sight. Like that. I mean, come on, man. Let's at least kill off these guys while we're waiting. Down to a minute cooldown on the heal. key. Okay, so we gotta find some more keys. Oh, there's the rare. Oh, my rat. Let's kill the Shade Stalker, or the Soul Stalker, before trying to kill the rare, so we have more room to do things. It changes colors. Which is cool, but you know, it needs to go away. I need room to move. Okay, so didn't realize it was hitting me. Oh well, okay. If I remember correctly, this one's got like the worst powers. Or it has a chance for like 2 bad powers. Apply brittle bones into all players, increasing their chance to receive critical hits by 25%. No thank you. Critical strike chance by 9. Yes, please. I killed him last week, and the other one that I got was upon taking critical damage or critical hits or something, like you would do like 2,000 damage to everything within to all friendly players and all enemies within like 10 yards or something. Missed the key that's right there, apparently. I haven't seen any hookshot places around here, so whatever, I suppose. fighting again. And there's... Just gotta find the key that's on the other side of it somewhere. Okay, so... Clicked on the stalker, so... stupid pools. This should allow me to pull this one without pulling the rest of it. Come down here.
It's too far away.
There we go. Now we're not standing in pools and we have room to move if we need to. Of course, it's going to vanish into nothing. Because it can't just stand and fight like a real man. Or ghost. Soul. Thing. I see your bubbles. Oh. Right, I forgot. When you trap things, the previous trap breaks. Whatever. Not the big deal. You before you get annoying. Burst it down now. Okay. Run through all these nasty splotches and crap. Come on. And there's the key right there. Got the keys. Oops. At this point, there's not enough time to build up any kind of decent shield. Take a few minutes to heal here. Hopefully some of this goop goes away in the next 10 seconds or so. No? No, it's not gonna go away? Of course not. That would be too easy. additional 15% slow on this slow. Okay. Final floor. Not sure what boss we're gonna get, but we're gonna get a boss. It's a slime. The Maw of the Maw. I've definitely not faced this one before. Okay, so let's see. I mean, may as well apply a Hunter's Mark and at least that's more damage. Slimes are usually melee, might as well take that one. And take a few of these. I mean, it's a 5-minute cooldown, but you know, whatever. Go on this one. And well, might as well take that one because there's not gonna need too many new things to heal or hit to heal, and we're already at full health. I missed it, or it didn't set off the trap, oh well. I don't have any Oberon armor frames. Okay, well what was it doing that was killing me? Gunk. And 60 yards. Of course it does. Okay.
May I tempt you with my wares?
Scores the target area, which reducing the distance at which it... Nope. Okay, so, well, we're kind of stuck with what we have.
Everything has value.
Okay, then. Okay, so it just gotta watch out for that cast and interrupt it then. Missed it. Hit the wrong button.
It's not ready yet.
Almost missed that, but I got it. Fortunately, but revive, 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 revive. Okay, you hold it right there for a minute. I'm gonna... Nope, I guess it's just gonna kill me. Okay. Need to be better on the... interrupting that cast. If I interrupted it more often, I'd probably beat it. Okay. But it's such a short cast timer. And watching for it, you're basically foregoing a lot of other things, which kind of sucks. Okay. I wouldn't normally do this, but waiting for this cooldown is going to be probably beneficial. And screw it, we've still got another wife have to go after this, so we're just gonna go for it. If we win, we win. If we don't, we still got another wife. Got it. Got the first one. Not really much I could do about the second one now. Got that one. Keep you frozen for us. Apparently no, that's just not good enough for him. No? Oh, screw you. Okay then, well... I mean... 2 minutes to go. I suppose technically we have one more life after this, because after this, that's when the Torghast or whatever his name is spawns. But given how short this floor is, it's not going to matter much, is it? So may as well go at it with everything that we got. Because if we don't kill him this time, we're not going to kill him. That's what it was. He hit me with gunk again. And then taking the freaking extra damage, you know, already low health. But okay. See if I can get 60 yards away from him. Not that it's going to matter any. Yeah.
All goods and services for sale. You struck a hard bargain. Good show.
Yeah, I don't think that we can kill him. At least not in this spec. I can't change specs.
For you, I offer only the finest.
Yeah, there's... I just... With this power setup and this... And this boss, I don't think we're gonna kill him. Well, maybe. There's one other thing that I can try, but I don't think it's gonna make a difference. Yeah, no, didn't make a difference. Okay, so, well... Yeah, no. He can arrive as fast as he wants. It's not going to make a difference. The Torghast, that's what his name is. Not the Torghast, the Torghast. Let him spawn. Amusing. Yeah. Okay. I really don't feel like trying to run all the way through that all over again. So, I think we'll call it here for the night. I hope you enjoyed. If you're watching this on YouTube later, please like, comment, subscribe. Otherwise, have a pleasant evening, and we'll catch you later.